it, home stretch. In-person early voting is just about to wrap up right now, and then on Tuesday, before these polls close at 9 p.m., we have to make sure that everybody we know gets out and votes. No one can stay home. And I was listening to Allison, talking about the great slate of candidates that we had, the statewide candidates for Congress and Senate, Assembly, local offices. This is one team, top down, bottom up, one team. And we have to make sure that when we're going to sleep on Tuesday night, you all have a really big smile on your face because you just got to listen to a concession speech of soon-to-be former Governor Kathy Hochul. And you all have a big smile on your face because you know that you did everything in your power successfully in order to be able to restore balance to Washington and restore balance to Albany. You have congressional races right here that can help ensure that all of us at the beginning of January get to tune in to C-SPAN as we get to watch the gavel permanently coming out of the hands of former Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Watch that too. Yeah. Watch those gavels coming out of the hands of Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler. Yeah. We need a balance for power again down in Washington. These candidates are running for the state legislative seats locally. We need to back them. And it's important that we are, at the very least, breaking the supermajorities that exist in the New York State Legislature. On November 8th of 1994, a little-known state legislator named George Pataki, they said we had no chance, no shot. Our state was at a crossroads. New Yorkers united. Republicans and Democrats and Independents, they united as New Yorkers. Now right now, we want to be able to tell everyone else in our lives, wherever they are, anywhere else in this country, that we live in the greatest state, in the greatest country in the history of the world. The problem is that when we're talking to people who live in one of these other 49 states, they can respond by saying, well, don't you live in that state that leads the whole country in out-migration? Good point. We have a governor right now who doesn't even understand why that is. I've been asking her for months. She was actually at Binghamton Airport about a month ago. By the way, I don't know, is Vaughn here from the local media? Where's Vaughn? Where is he? Right here. In the Binghamton Airport. You're the one that asked her the question, right? New York leads, so I've been calling on Kathy Hochul to finish this sentence. New York leads the entire nation in population loss because. Now, if we went around this room, you all would be able to really easily answer that basic question. So Vaughn is just doing his job at Binghamton Airport, and he asked this really important and basic question to the governor. And she was a mess. And trying to figure it out. Vaughn was asking follow-up questions, and there was just no help. Now, I believe that the reason why New Yorkers are leaving the state is because they're hitting their breaking point. Yeah. They feel like their wallet, their safety, their freedom, and the quality of their kids' education are under attack. And they believe that if they go to one of these other states, Florida, Texas, the Carolinas, Tennessee, or elsewhere, that their money will go further, they'll feel safer, they'll live life freer, and that's why they go. That's why New York leads the entire nation in population loss. Now, she had trouble figuring out how to say that, but y'all would have been able to do that pretty easy. About a week and a half or so ago, we had our one and only debate. I don't know if any of you caught the debate that we just had about. We were asked question after after question about fighting crime. And that's great. That we should have that conversation. Now, I wish we had more debates, but you would only agree to one. So I'm pointing out, well, listen, we're almost halfway through this debate, and you haven't yet spoken about the whole locking up the criminal aspect of fighting crime. Now, if I was her, I would have taken that as a hint, a friendly suggestion. She could have responded by saying, oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. And then she could have spoken about the whole locking up the criminal aspect of fighting crime. That's not what happened. She said she doesn't understand why that is so important to me. And when she says that she doesn't understand why that is so important to me, she's saying that she doesn't understand why that's so important to all of us. Now, there's a lot of street smarts, there's a lot of life experience in this crowd. Kathy Hochul, you just dug yourself a hole. Post-debate, they're like, hey, listen, that wasn't your best answer. So you're Kathy Hochul, what do you do next? Keep digging. You keep digging. So she goes on MSNBC, and when she's on MSNBC, she says that our concern and our desire to fight crime is a conspiracy. And that we're all data deniers. Even though there's major category after major category after major category showing all sorts of crime statistics going up. So what do you do if you're Kathy Hochul? You keep digging. You keep digging. So she went on CNN a couple mornings ago. And she was trying this line out even further. And what she didn't realize was that it was a side-by-side. And half of the screen was showing all of those stats I was just talking about. Uh-oh. Well, what should we do next? We really just dug ourselves a big hole. What do you think? What's your advice? Wait, you're Kathy Hochul. Dig deeper! Yes! So that night, 2 nights ago, she goes back on MSNBC. And the host cuts her off. And the host says, listen, I don't feel safe in New York. When I go to the pharmacy, the stuff is locked up. I'm not riding the New York City subway. See, voters are smarter than Kathy Hochul gives them credit for. Yeah. And we don't want to be lectured to that this is just perception, there's nothing to see here, look away. We've been down this road before. This happened in the 80s. We were told it was just perception. It wasn't until Republicans and Democrats and Independents united as New Yorkers to be able to take back control of their government, get tough on crime, take back their streets, and make sure the handcuffs were going on the criminals instead of the criminal justice system.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. I was asked a question a few weekends back. By the way, my wife and daughters are here. Diana, Michaela, and Ariana. And see, we have all my friends from Portland County are here. When I went to go visit Portland right after we got into the race, they said, are we going to ever see you again? That was like Tuesday or Wednesday. We loved it so much, we actually came back for that whole weekend. It was Mother's Day weekend, 2021. We've been in this race for over a year and a half. That feels like a long time ago when we were hanging out a whole weekend in Cortland. My daughter is just a few Sundays back. We're at home doing homework at their kitchen table. A quiet Sunday afternoon. And gunshots went in. There was a gang drive-by shooting on my front yard. One of the bullets was found about 30 feet away. There were 2 people shot laying down on the ground about 10 feet away. Now, I wish they weren't home, but fortunately they were both home. Better than just one of them being there by themselves. When they heard the screaming, they thought that these 3 people were coming after them. And they responded so well, they were so smart, they were quick. They went upstairs, they locked themselves in the bathroom, they called 911, they called us. I'm a 4-term member of Congress, running for governor. If this can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And we don't want to be lectured to, we want action. So I was asked the next Sunday,